So today we were supposed to do a podcast on the Field Guide of Evil, and I actually already recorded my review for this yesterday and deleted it. I've never done that before, but I did it. I finally did it. I don't think I ever did that before. Not like one I completely finished and then accidentally deleted. I always knew I would, but it wasn't that, long of a review anyway, and nor is this one going to be, but it was still fucking annoying because every minute counts, people. That is the only currency we have in life. Time. That is the only thing we can't get back. And I want those 6 minutes back. All right, so the Field Guide of Evil, we vetoed this from the podcast and instead optioned to do the entirety of Black Mirror Season 5, which was way better to talk about, and we had a great time. That episode should be coming to you tomorrow, so for any Black Mirror fans who want to hear a breakdown from a couple chuckleheads, check it out on In the Mic of Madness, my podcast, in case you were not aware. All right, so Field Guide to Evil. The reason we vetoed this is because I really enjoyed, it's an anthology horror movie from this year, and it is 8 tales. I've noticed that when movies seem to have more stories, like anthology movies seem to have more stories, like above 6 and beyond, they start to go down in quality. Not always, but it just seems like every time I see one that tries to overstretch itself and do too many stories, it starts to have issues. I think like 3 to 5, those are your sweet spots. Like, don't go less or more. So yeah, I don't know. But okay, so story 1, I really enjoyed a whole hell of a lot. I don't know how much of a spoiler this is, but this, before I even speak of any of these, just in case, so anybody's like, those are spoilers to me. Okay, I'll just tell you, I'm not recommending this movie. Obviously, we vetoed it for a reason, but I did really like segment 1, 2, and I thought the aesthetics of the 8th and final segment was really cool. The story was lame as fuck. But the first 2, high recommendation for those. And I was really excited, and I was very happy with this. The third one had a pretty cool aesthetics as well, but I was just so what the fuck by the end of it, and it ended, and I was like, huh? That was it? What? And then the 4th one was so stupid, it was embarrassing. It was like, what the f- are these people thinking? Wow, I am shocked by how bad the 4th one was. And that's the American one, so I'm embarrassed yet again. Most of these are foreign. There's only 2 in English, and the other 6 are not. But the first one, okay, so now we're going to... So yeah, if it pops up on like Netflix or an Amazon Prime or Hulu or something, check it all out if you want, but I'm giving my seal of approval to 1 and 2, for sure. Everything else, your mileage may vary. So... story 1, I really liked the animation. I thought the animation in the opening credits was really cool of the movie itself. There is no wraparound, so to speak, but there is animation in the opening, and I liked it. And I don't usually like opening credits. I think they're lame, but I dug the animation here. And so the first one is set in, I don't know what time period, but well before civilized society as we know it. Like maybe freaking, I don't even know what, 1300s, 1400s, like long ass time ago. And there's this girl, and her mom is extremely religious, and she starts to have a little bit of a lesbian love affair with one of the other girls around her home. And her mom, of course, is like, it's a sin, and the trod is gonna come and get you, whatever the fuck that is. But let me tell you, man, when you see this thing, it is terrifying. I was like, what the fuck is that? I sent a picture a video of it to my brother, and he was like, what is that demon? Get it the fuck away from me. But I really enjoyed this segment a whole hell of a lot. You got to see some great tits. You got to see a great monster. I really liked the story behind it. There isn't a lot of dialogue spoken, but I just thought it was atmospheric and creepy and aesthetically pleasing, and it was just a very, very cool segment, and it really kind of gave me a false sense of what the rest of the movie was going to be, because I was like, oh my god, if the next 7 are this awesome, this is going to be one of the best anthologies in a long ass time. And unfortunately, it kind of lost steam after the second one. Now, the second one has a woman who's pregnant, and she's taking care of her invalid mother, grandmother, I don't know. And there's this like possessed freaking goat demon thing. It's terrifying. I'm not going to say what it is, what happens and all that, but it gets very scary, very weird and off. And that one has very, very, very little dialogue as well, but I thought it was super cool, and I just really enjoyed it. I forgot to mention that in the first segment that this girl like sucks straight from this goat or something's tit or teat, and it's very unsettling. She does it a couple times in the episode. Or the segment. And I won't say anything else about those two. So the third one, there's this guy, he's going around and he's trying to collect hearts because this chick told him to, some lady demon thing or like a ghost or something. No idea why it ended, and I was like, huh? What the fuck just happened? It ends abruptly, and you're just kind of like, there's not more to that? Like, what? Did I miss something? I must have missed something. The fourth one, we've already went over this. A couple with a kid comes to this new house. This kid goes to play out in the woods by himself. He meets this kid. The kid brings him back, and the secrets are revealed of him and his family. Unbelievably dumb. It felt like a extremely bad Goosebumps episode, and that's not a knock on Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark or any other kids show. Creeped Out, if you want to go for something newer. It would be something like I would expect to see on there, but that's almost insulting to those shows. It is childish and idiotic. I was gobsmacked. Seriously, I sat there like, this isn't real. This isn't fucking real. Like I'm on acid. Like this is so dumb. How, what? Wow. And then from there, the fifth one was like this goblin and all these like Viking type dudes that were like wanting to physically torture it. And there was this like demon down in the thing. Visually very cool. Story and all that, it just didn't care. But visually it was very cool and unique. So fifth one might be worth kind of checking out just for that, but overall I didn't care for it, which I really wish I could have because it was so odd. But yeah. The sixth one, I have like 2 words written down here. This one is in black and white. There's like freaks in the basement of like a castle or something, and there's like this creepy thing in the basement. That's all I have written down here. I honestly barely even remember the segment, but I just was like so bored during it. I was like, okay, why are there freaks down in the dungeon? Is this where like they keep the freak show? I don't know what the hell's going on right now, and it's not creepy. I don't like it. No, absolutely not. And the seventh one, set in 1870. There's like a brother and a sister that live together, and the sister is like possessed by a rat or something. Didn't care for it. It was stupid. I hate to say that. I hate to take people's art and just label it so quickly like that. Like, oh, I'm so fucking smart and I'm so cool. I'm just giving you my opinion. I didn't care for it. Maybe you'll love it. I don't like bashing people's art, but yeah, that didn't work for me. The eighth and final one I thought was aesthetically very cool. It's done like a silent movie, and but the text on the screen was so fast. I'm dumb. Okay, I can't read that fast. It was like, what? Okay, but regardless, even what I did catch, I didn't understand really what the hell was going on, and I just didn't care. I thought that the gimmick of it, of being a silent type film, wore thin very quickly. But I'm not going to take away from the credit that it deserves in the fact that it is very cool. if it is only for a few minutes for me, I did appreciate the style they were going for, and I thought that they did a pretty damn decent job with it. And it has my favorite shot in the movie, which you can see on the IMDb page when you look it up. I think it's like the first picture that pops up of some woman in like a dress. She is holding like flowers or something. It's just a very cool shot. But yeah, so there you go. And it actually ends with Becca's favorite thing. Text her all about it. Text her all. She'll fucking hate me for that. Okay. Anyway, adios.